2 Thanksgivings ago, it was on 2 years ago on Thanksgiving, my friend and I went up to visit Alice at the restaurant. But Alice doesn't live at the restaurant. She lives in the church nearby the restaurant in the bell tower with her husband Ray and Pasha the dog. And living in the bell tower like that, they got a lot of room downstairs where the pews used to be. And having all that room, seeing as how they took out all the pews, they decided they didn't have to take out the garbage for a long time. So we got up there, we found the garbage in there, and we decided it would be a friendly gesture for us to take the garbage down to the city dump. So we took the half-ton of garbage, put it in the back of a red VW microbus, took shovels and rakes and implements of destruction, and headed on toward the city dump. Well, when we got there, there was a big sign and a chain across the dump saying, "Closed on Thanksgiving." We'd never heard of a dump being closed on Thanksgiving before, and with tears in our eyes, we drove off into the sunset looking for another place to put the garbage. We didn't find one until we came to a side road, and off the side of the side road was a 15-foot cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff was another pile of garbage. We decided that one big pile was better than 2 little piles, and rather than bring that one up, we decided to throw ours down. And that's what we did. Drove back to the church, had a Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, went to sleep and didn't get up until the next morning when we got a phone call from Officer Obi. And he said, "Kid, we found your name on an envelope at the bottom of a half-ton of garbage and just wanted to know if you had any information about it." And I said, "Yes, sir, Officer Obi. How can I tell a lie? I put that envelope under the garbage." And after speaking to Obi for about 45 minutes on the telephone, we finally arrived at the truth of the matter and said that we had to go down and pick up the garbage and also had to go down and speak to him at the police officer station. So we got in the red VW microbus with shovels and rakes and implements of destruction and headed on towards the police officer station. Now, friends, there was only 1 or 2 things that OB could have done at the police station. And the first was that he could have given us a medal for being so brave and honest on the telephone, which wasn't very likely and we didn't expect it. And the other thing was he could have bawled us out and told us never to be seen driving garbage around the vicinity again, which is what we expected. But when we got to the police officer station, there was a third possibility that we hadn't even counted upon, and we was both immediately arrested. Handcuffed. And I said, "Obi, I don't think I can pick up the garbage with these handcuffs on." And he said, "Shut up, kid. Get in the back of the patrol car." And that's what we did. Sat in the back of the patrol car and drove to, quote, "the scene of the crime," quote, unquote. Now I want to tell you about the town of Stockbridge, Massachusetts, where this happened. They got 3 stop signs, 2 police officers, and 1 police car. But when we got to the scene of the crime, there was 5 police officers and 3 police cars, being the biggest crime of the last 50 years. And everybody wanted to get in a newspaper story about it. And they was using up all kinds of cop equipment that they had hanging around the police officer station. And they was taking plaster tire tracks, footprints, dog smelling prints, and they took 27 8x10